I want to close with this story. It was a beautiful spring day. And I walked into the children's ward, and this little girl was sitting just staring out the window, and her mother was there with her, and they both just looked so sad, and this little girl looked so ill. And so we were leaving the ward, and I said to the doctor, I said, what is the matter with her? And he said, she has a heart defect. And I said, oh, I said, that's pretty serious stuff. He said, yes. He said, it's very serious. And so typical American, you know, I said, so what's next? And he said, there is no next. I said, well, what do you mean there is no next? He said, we don't have the capabilities here in the country to do the surgery. I said, you mean that child is just going to lie in that bed till she dies? He said, yeah. And I don't know why. I don't tell you this story because of me. I tell you this story to make a point. But for whatever reason, I decided that little girl was not going to die. So I started working all my connections. I mean, I'm not Christiane Amanpour from CNN, but I do have some connections. And I started working my connections, and I talked to some people in the State Department. And the bottom line is we actually got her heart surgery. A French team of pediatric surgeons comes into Kabul once a week, sets up like a MASH unit, and does the kids that are on the list, and flies out of Afghanistan, goes back to France for 3 weeks, regroups, and comes back the next month and does it all over again. And we were able to get her on the list, and a team of French surgeons saved her. Literally in a parking lot, in a MASH tent, they did this kind of delicate heart surgery. It's just incredible. It's incredible. And there she is, and her post-op checkup. Looks a little bit better, doesn't she? In return for the surgery, for doing this, I made her father promise me that if we saved her, he would not marry her off young, and that he would educate her. And he has kept his promise. She's 16 now. And this was her final checkup. She was being released from care, and she sent me a little message. That's her father, the soldier, who promised me that he would not marry her off young, and she sent me a little message. And I tell you this story because I want you to go away from this talk with the belief and the knowledge that one person can make a difference. If I didn't do anything else in my life that I'm proud of, and luckily I have, but if I didn't do anything else in my life that I'm proud of, I know that I saved that child. And that's good enough for me. So if you can make a difference in one person's life, and you can, one person makes a difference. Every great idea started with one person. The ability to drive in Saudi Arabia started with brave women who were willing to get behind the wheel of a car. So don't ever think you can't make a difference, because you can. And what you want to do is you want to use your own courage and commitment and ask, will the world be a better, safer, more equitable, peaceful place for my having been here? And you are the next generation of leaders. You are. In 20 or 30 years, we're going to be depending on you for what kind of world we have. So we're counting on you.